This is Friday Night Rivals.
We are at Bob Mathias Stadium, and it's time for the Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, powered by the U.S. Army. And here is our matchup, 9-0 Tulare Western, 9-0 Tulare Union. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the pregame show, delivered by Round Table Pizza. I'm Ralph Wood, along with Vince Wesson, and I think I kind of already said what's at stake. 9-0 against 9-0. So much more, though, for this game.
So much more. They're going to be playing for a league title, but more importantly, Tulare Western has moved up to Division II. They will join Tulare. So, quite honestly, they could be playing for which team gets the home side in about a month.
Let's run through guys you want to keep an eye on during this game. Your key players for this game.
Okay, let's start with Randy Jordan on the defensive side of the football for Tulare Union. He's already verbal to Fresno State. He's been a corner all year. I have a feeling they're going to try to play him up the middle here, more of a safety type of player, because he's that special of a player. They got to get him in the middle of the field where he's all over, running down to number 7, Taron Johnson. And then, of course, for Tulare Western, how about Jordan Burrell? Leads the section in interceptions. If it looks like 2 of them out there, there is, with his brother being a twin brother, but he's all over the field. You talk about a ball hawk and Jordan Burrell. So some pretty good guys in the defensive secondary on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, these teams play pretty good defense, but they are both lights out on offense.
On offense, it doesn't get any better than the 2 guys I'm going to introduce. Number 1, for Tulare Western, last year they had a running back by the name of David Alcantara that did well. And then a little sophomore came in named Taron Johnson that subbed, and I liked his game back then, and he has not disappointed. He's taken up. He's close to 1,500 yards. I use the term a poor man's Kaz Allen. That's a compliment for a guy that led the section in the nation in touchdown. Taron Johnson, he's got that type of explosiveness.
Could be a milestone night for Nate Lamb.
Nate Lamb, 107 career touchdowns. He's about 250 yards short of the 10,000 mark. Those numbers speak volume for this guy. And what I'm impressed about with him is that he loses Amori Edwards and other receivers like that, but he has came back and made Darius Butler an outstanding receiver along with others. So he gets just a new group of receivers and turns them into weapon, and that has a lot to do with the attributes of Nate Lamb.
Earlier this week, Vince had a chance to talk to the 2 head coaches about their keys to the game and more.
Here with head coach Ryan Rocha and coach, kids are excited about the Bell game.
Oh, no doubt about it. This being our second year in a row of being 9-0, going into a championship game. Kids got a little redemption on their mind. Want a league title, they want a city title, and they'd also like a 1 seed in the playoffs. So to be playing for that in October at the end of the season, you couldn't ask for more as a coach.
Okay, they've got a quarterback that's just put up astronomical numbers, and Nathan Land. How do you plan to contain him?
Well, I think anytime you face an opponent that has a dynamic player, you realize that the reason why they're dynamic is they get those numbers every game. So it's not so much if we're going to stop him and he's going to throw no passing yards. You try to contain that, bottle him up, make him earn it, don't give up big plays, and make him fight in the red zone where you can kind of squeeze the zone of the field down.
Okay, offensively, no secret to what you're going to try and do.
We have a great tailback. We'd like to give him the ball as many times as we can. We have a great offensive line, some shifty little slot backs that we can get the ball in space. So control the clock a little bit, run the ball, and let's make this a fantastic football game on Friday Night Rivals.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Here with head coach Darren Bennett of the Tulare Union Tribe. And, Coach, another 9-0 versus 9-0, overflow crowd. Couldn't ask for anything else, huh?
That's great. Great rivalry. It's fun to see all the people there. The kids love it. They get excited. It's what you want to do at the end of the year, 9-0 versus 9-0. It's exciting. Both teams are doing a great year, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, you're going to face a tailback in Taron Johnson and some other athletes for Tulare Western. They've really improved themselves from last year's game, and it should be a battle for you, right?
They were pretty good last year. They were 9-0 last year. They have a really good running back, really good offense. They're good all the way around, defense, offense, special teams. There's a reason they're 9-0, so it's going to be our toughest game we've played all year.
What's the keys for Tulare tonight?
Yeah, like you said earlier, score more points than them, but eliminate their big plays, make them go the whole length of the field, and eliminate our turnovers. I think that's the team that turns the ball over the least is probably going to win the game.
Okay, Coach Bennett, best of luck, and thanks for joining us on the pregame show.
Thank you very much.
All right, it's a matchup of heavyweights, so it's only fitting that we talk about the tail of the tape, right?
Look at the tail of the tape for the Bell game. Each of them 9-0, second year in a row. They're each averaging over 40 points a game, each averaging over 400 yards a game. Defensively, one's given up 1 touchdown per game, one's given up 2 touchdowns per day. This is going to be something special. As Anita Baker used to say, ring my bell, the Bell game. Doesn't get more exciting than it is tonight in Tulare.
Yeah, you want to watch this game. Jeff Tedford wants to watch this game. He's standing over on the other sideline tonight. So we're going to get it going right after this timeout. Stick with us. Tonight's first quarter is sponsored by Bowman & Associates Insurance Company. Protect your crops, protect your livelihood. Now let's meet the third member of our broadcast team, Kevin Miller.
I'm here in a sea of red, white, and blue. Coach Bennett says they got to eliminate the turnovers and score more points than the other team. And Coach Rocha says they got to run the ball and they got to maintain their momentum. Speaking of momentum, they got a lot of mo. Everybody, this is Friday Night Rival!
Dominic Hernandez to kick off, and we are underway. The kick sending Randy Jordan into the end zone for a touchback.
And Ralph, we have a packed house here. There was just no room anywhere. But how about the folks of Tulare? That had to be the most quiet, respected national anthem I've seen. I mean, everybody, you could have heard a pin drop in it. Talking about honoring America, they do it right here at Tulare. Compared to some stadiums we've been to, the students, the community, the parents, everybody was at attention paying tribute to our country. I just love the vibe that I get when I come to Tulare.
Well, we enjoyed it. It's probably the last moment of silence we'll hear tonight,
yeah.
Right?
Let's get it on.
Lamb completes his first pass to Jordan, makes a move. Push to the 30-yard line, pickup of 9.
And you talked about why Jeff Tedford's here. Yeah, that's for that young man right there, Randy Jordan. Committed early, going to play defense, but he's such a special athlete, probably one of the best athletes on the field tonight. Able to play both ways on offense, fill the void left by Amari Edwards and some of the others that have gone on. Jordan, very special player. His dad played here, Randy Jordan Sr., way back in the day, was the last cut of the San Diego Chargers. So that just shows you the lineage and the athleticism in the family.
Lamb needed 209 yards for 10,000 in the career. He got 9 on first down. Swings a pass out again. That's complete to Vicente Mosqueda. Upended as he goes across the 30.
And congratulations, you're talking about 10,000-yard plateau. Congratulations for Trent Tompkins reaching the 10,000-yard plateau last night versus Clovis East. And a wild one, 48-38. Ryan Reynolds, congratulations. 54-38. It was 48-38 with about a minute to go. And then Central got a touchdown to seal it. Not only that, they probably sealed the number 1 seed in Division I. But congratulations to Trent Tompkins, 10,000 plus. And Nate Lamb's going to join the fraternity.
He gets another 200 yards.
Yeah.
They just lost 5 on a penalty, so it's 2nd and 6. Lamb has time, slings it deep, has a man. It's James, 40,
not
20.
Not going to get it.
Touchdown, Tribe.
And I love what Tulare is doing. They're not even trying to hide it. Everything goes through Nathan Lamb. And if it's a short pass, it's an extended handoff. But if you're going to come up on that, they will hit you at the deep side.
Here's another look at the pocket.
Stand in the pocket. Knew he's going to get hit right on stride. And what a move. You talk about athletes in action. Get ready for that tonight. And remember, these teams, each of them 9-0, and each of them have not been tested. They've beaten up on the Division 4s, Division 3s in their league, in their non-conference schedule, and so on.
The extra point attempt, no good.
What a throw by Nathan Lamb. That's 108 career touchdown passes.
56 yards on that play, so he has unofficially 65 yards passing already.
And I like what they're doing. Just an extended handoff, the quick game to Jordan and some of the other athletes and getting them in space. And he got a lot of yards last year. Remember, Kaz Allen and some of those swing passes led to a lot of Nathan Lamb's yardage. Well, this year they've had to move a defensive lineman to receiver, move this kid from DB to receiver, and so on and so on. So it hasn't been that easy. I thought last year it was a close race between Central and Tulare for best wide receiving corps, followed up there by Clovis West. So this year, I think Central's taking the lead, but it just shows you how valuable Nate Lamb is in bringing all these wide receivers along. I'll tell you, a good argument to have. I'd love to be having a couple adult beverages between Anthony Ghostin, Kyle Biggs, and Darren Bennett, and each of them arguing whose quarterback's the best. That would be fun. Alex Trujillo, Trent Tompkins, and Nate Land, and just watch them sit there and talk it out and square up and everything like that. We'd need a cheeseburger and a flashlight. We'd be there all night. Each guy pulling my guy's better. No, my guy does this. No, my guy does that. That would be some good bar banter right there.
Hey, don't give us any ideas.
I might hook it up. This is going to be fun here. Okay, here's Burrell. A lot of read options. Look for number 7 in the backfield. One of the best offensive lines I saw last night was Tulare Western.
This is Taron Johnson getting the first touch. Runs out of bounds short of the 30.
Okay, scouting report on him. Better north and south than east and west. Saw a little east and west there. Get ready. He's setting you up for that hard plant and the cutback.
Gain of 8 on the first carry. So it's 2nd down and 2. Darius Baker directing his personnel. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong number 4. Elijah Burrell. And Burrell on the keeper up the middle.
Zone read action there, what he does best. They're a spread run type of team. Okay, Tejada, best offensive lineman. Henry Williams, keep your eyes on number 3. Taron Johnson's gotten a lot of success. It's because of that blocking back in the backfield. Henry Williams, Big Bang Hank, I call him. Just like a guard in a fullback's body there. And then Mikey Fitcher, something special. A guy that can make it go the distance, and you'll see him on both sides of the ball. Defensively, Caden Hernandez and Emmanuel Parker returning. David Daly's the dude, from what I've heard, and Josh Rodriguez plays well, and we've already talked about the aforementioned Randy Jordan.
Burrell with the handoff to Pickle. And that will be good for first down. 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru of Fresno.
Where Tulare's going to chuck the ball around and try to spread you off, basically playing basketball on grass. It is a run-first oriented football team with Tulare Western. They do a great job with their offensive line. I remember last year had a player made my all-Western team, Rigo Lopez, one of the best linemen in the section. And the rest of these guys, we keep pushing the pile. He's really impressed with his offensive line.
Johnson carries it to the 40. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. And right now we're seeing what we expected from the two offenses.
Yeah. Kind of a contrast in styles. And here comes the cut. There's the cut I'm talking about.
Johnson to the 45.
Who stayed in the hole there, did a pretty good job. Yeah, this is pretty good by Mendoza there. You see the hard cutback to stay in there, or excuse me, that's Jordan. Pretty good effort there on the cutback, not overrunning it with the hard plant. And
Johnson,
here they go. Yeah.
Across the 50, another 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru of Fresno.
And they know where their bread is buttered. They are going through Taron Johnson. They are going to feed him till the cows come home. And one thing they talked about was his work ethic. Always willing to condition, always willing to go the extra mile, the up downs and things like that. He knows he's going to carry the rock.
Not much there for Johnson that time. Ernesto Mendoza, Xavier Duran. 9 and 19 are going to converge, push him back.
Well, they just pulled too many people with too many on the defensive side, people in the gap. And that just doesn't work that way.
No gain, 2nd and 10. Picker going to the far side, got a nice block, cuts it inside. Now the 35 down to about the 30. That'll be a 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru Fresno.
Welcome to Tulare Western, where we have weapons. Okay, you've seen quarterback in zone read. Now they're going to go the other way. You're going to key on number 7. Well, we've got a guy that's pretty electric ourselves in Mikey Fitcher. Running the fly sweep to perfection there.
Just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore, but an outstanding athlete. And starting point guard as a freshman on Coach Rickard's basketball team. I like his shiftiness there. He's got some wiggles. Don't kid yourself, Ralph. I'm talking about Taron Johnson, as we should, dropping almost 1,500 yards. But this Fitcher kid, he's got some wiggles.
That was an interesting play. Watch the move that he makes.
Yeah.
He goes back. Looks like he's maybe going to go around.
But you know your talent. When you can make moves in a phone booth, you got some skills. And he stops and goes full speed before you know it.
Johnson trying to spin away, but he cannot. Again, Duran on the stop.
Much better effort. I'll be honest, Ralph. Last year, it just seemed as though Alcantar would run for a first down, and then Kaz Allen would run for a touchdown. And just not enough first downs to keep up with Kaz Allen's touchdown. But the thing that got me, I wasn't that impressed with anybody on the defensive side of the football, on either team. This year, it's going to have to be a different type of sequence. We got to get some guys playing some defense.
3rd and 7 after loss of 3. Here's the blitz. Looks like a screen. Incomplete.
Yeah, just poorly executed screen, and it had a lot to do with spying the screen, and that was Rodriguez, I believe. Rodriguez and Nunley just spied it out, and that comes from film study, understanding keys, and understanding what they do on 3rd down. That was going nowhere, and like I said, these guys, a lot of film study on that one. Had it sniffed out.
4th down and 7.
And Nunley gets in trouble every day off to the principal's office because his mom's the principal. He's always in the principal's office. So was I. My mom wasn't the principal.
Burrell looking deep.
Oh, what a throw. Oh, what a throw. Okay, Nathan Lamb, I'll match you with my own little touch, says Burrell. Oh, we got ball game, Ralph. We got ball game.
And Taron Johnson says, hey, I can't catch it as well as run it.
Hey, Nathan Lamb, you think I'm the running quarterback? Well, look at this. Watch me spin it here on a corner route. Right on stride, and I beat the D1 recruit, Randy Jordan.
Couple of good looks on the Porter Subs touchdown.
We got ball game going, Ralph.
Dominic Hernandez puts the extra point through, and right now that's the difference in the game. An extra point, 7-6. Tulare Western with a lead over Tulare Union. Hernandez to kick off. Jordan is back deep for Tulare Union. Now trailing by a point at 7-6. Another deep kick carries Jordan into the end zone for a touchback. Oh, wait a minute. Shouldn't that be a touchback, Vince? Maybe he didn't get into the end zone. I thought he was in there. Maybe we can take another look. But time to go back downstairs and check in with Kevin Miller.
I am here with the Tulare Union Tribe! Hey, what's good about being part of the tribe?
We're really supportive of our boys, and we got a lot of pride, and we never give up.
Yeah, and they're keeping that cheering going. Hey, what's good about being part of the tribe? They got the bell, and they're keeping the bell. Ring it, baby. Ring it, ring it. Let's keep the conversation going at #FNR Fresno. Back to you, V-Dub and Ralph.
Starting from the 6. Lamb's pass complete to Mosqueda.
Okay.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 on the 13.
That probably should have been down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, now there's a momentum rule you can use, but I don't know. As an official, you might as well just down that. In fact, I don't even think the momentum rule came into effect there. Best thing to do in situations like that, and you could see the player confused, is just down it, get it at the 20 and go. But the way Nate Lamb is operating, that just gives him some more yards right now.
He's pressured some, and flags come in. Midland tractor flag on the play. It's in the area you expect holding. You have to limit mistakes in a game like this, don't you, Vince?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. And you're playing with a lot of emotion. But you got to play smart.
Holding. Offense, half the distance to the goal. Repeat, 2nd down.
That's Gordon McClaskey, our referee tonight.
Okay, starting offense, Tulare Union. Darius Baker has just grown, probably the most improved player. Going to find himself in D1 somewhere. Donovan Smith, the top rushing, fills in for Kaz Allen. Keep your eyes on Willie James, a promising sophomore. And, of course, the aforementioned Nate Lamb, John Vasquez, best lineman. Defensively, Matt Lopez, the guy they talk about, and Anthony Cervantes has been a stat machine from his linebacker position. Burrell, we highlighted from the get-go.
Lamb takes off. Gets out to about the 15.
And the thing I like about Lamb is just so cool, so calm, cool, collected. Just looked like he rolled off the sofa. Just nothing. Nothing gets to him, no pressure. Kind of just a Spicoli at quarterback. Just cool. Just Mr. Cool.
You wonder if that's one of the guys Jeff Tedford's looking at tonight.
Well, I think I know he's had a lot of camps this summer. Sacramento State, Northern Arizona, Oregon State, and others will happen for him.
Low snap, another penalty flag.
First effort running the football, and pretty good by Smith.
Donovan Smith, the junior. Let's check that flag.
Illegal formation in the offense. Knotted up on the line. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
Guy in motion. You got to have 7 on the line. Guy in motion must have led it to 6.
You can live tweet Kevin Miller at #FNR Fresno on who you think is the player of the game. Brought to you by Donald P. Dick. Lamb and the tribe right now pretty much operating in front of Tedford, the head coach of Fresno State, in the white with his hands in his pockets up at the top of the screen there.
Here's Willie. Pass, Willie James.
Broke a tackle. Not that one at the 30.
Okay. comparison Darren Bennett made was Will Stallworth, who was like one of our first games way back when here when we did Friday Night Rivals. He's got that type of explosiveness, only a sophomore. Remember that name, Fast Willie James. When he played tag as a kid, he was never it, trust me.
I thought there was nearly a block in the back right at the edge there, but the blocker kind of backed off.
Yeah, sometimes just screen him. That's all you have to do, especially a kid with that much acceleration. They said nothing but empty. Nothing but empty. They're not even trying to fool him now. Well, now they're going to blitz him, and there he goes. Understand what he's doing. Yeah, I like his game.
Be sure to pick up a copy of the Valley Football Guide, the #1 source for local high school football, Fresno State and the NFL. Pick up your free copy at participating Wendy's locations. Mosqueda with the catch, has a blocker, gets up close to midfield. Up to the 49, that'll be another 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru of Fresno.
12 yards, first down drive.
Welcome into the View from the Booth Cam, sponsored by JR Sports. Vince is probably checking on the Dodger score again.
Yeah, they play better when I don't watch. Checking all these stats. There's so many stats that going on these guys that coaches text me and I try to stay up to date with and things like that. This is a fun game. A fun game, and it should be a fun game. And, you know, how about these two programs going back-to-back 9-0s?
Jordan spun down inside the 35 at about the 34.
And much like the dilemma we saw last week, Clovis Weston Central. When do you play zone and when do you blitz it? And it's just, it sounds pretty simple, all they're doing, because it just seems like though if the defensive guy is deep, they're hooking up. If it's man, you saw the deep post. So what you have to do is trying to confuse him, get him so he doesn't get in a rhythm. And right now he's got a rhythm because I see a lot of soft zone, and they're just throwing it, so you better be able to tackle in space. And you know, they're moving it 20 to 20. You really got to hammer down once it gets inside the 20.
Lamb keeps it, tumbles forward down near the 30-yard line. Yeah. Short gain.
Anthony Cervantes made the stop. Gain of 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
They'll give him 5 to the 29.
When we talk about Anthony Cervantes, I like to call him a stat machine. He's picked up a fumble, ran for a touchdown. Intercepted a pass, ran for a touchdown. Caused fumbles all throughout the year, and just always around the football. It's 43 and 1.
Oh, nothing there. Huge hit on the play. Eric Castellanos, is that him, number 56 on that hit?
Yeah.
Coming up, it's the Xfinity Halftime Report featuring the Subway Scholar athlete.
He beat him off the punch, right off the line. Everybody else is ready, set, go. He was ready, go.
And before they can get the playoff,
good one, huh?
Tulare Union.
Timeout.
That's the clock run out on the first quarter.
Well, they called the timeout.
Now, I guess there's 1 second left.
Time out.
They did call a timeout with 1 second left on the clock.
I'm going to say that's a waste of a timeout, but because 3rd down is important here, you would have the same thing to talk about it.
Immediately following the game, you can watch Dynasty only on the CW 59.
Well, congratulations to the retired jerseys. for Tulare Western, or excuse me, Tulare Union. They had a little ceremony before the game started here, right before the game started. Yeah. Here they are.
Some good
Zach
ones
Dials,
in that group. Wow.
Yeah. Virgil Green, Bryce Harris, Dominic Dorsey. I tell you what, there's a comparison there. Dominic Dorsey and Karen Johnson, about the same size. But congratulations to these gentlemen. Made headlines throughout their career. Made Tulare proud. You know, they got NFL ties. They got some Canadian football ties and everything else. And Coach Bennett was very proud, and he always is proud. And he speaks about what this game means, and not just these gentlemen coming back getting their jerseys retired, but the alumni that comes back. Sometimes they get so pumped up speaking to the players about what the Bell game means. And I can understand, you know, Ralph, and I'll get to it after this play.
James inside the 25. Dragged down there by Rayvon Gordon. As time runs out in the first quarter.
Didn't like the timeout. Didn't like the timeout.
First quarter has been sponsored by Bowman and Associates Insurance Company. Protect your crops. Protect your livelihood. We played one quarter, 7-6. Tulare Western leading Tulare Union in its Battle of Unbeatens. Second quarter is brought to you by Hendricks Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Hey, Teddy ball game.
There's Fresno State head coach Jeff Tedford getting ready for Bulldogs game tomorrow.
Hawaii.
Homecoming against Hawaii. Lamb going deep. Has a receiver.
That is Darius Baker. Uncle Darius is the nickname. He is Amari Edwards' uncle, believe it or not. What a throw and what a catch. And you talk about, I talked with Coach Bennett about the most improved player. Look at Lamb, waits, lets it loose, and just right on there. That's pretty good coverage. That's just a great pitch and a great catch. Darius Baker has just worked himself into a D1 recruit. He's 6'5", probably about 205. Was just rail thin. You know, has gotten stronger, what we call sinewy strong, and just the ability to burst and go up and get it in a complicated situation like that. Just the inspiration to everyone on the team. Most inspirational, most improved player. Great size, too.
Great coverage by our crew as well on the Porta Subs touchdown.
Yeah, give the truck some credit on that one.
They'll go for 2. Quick pass, James.
Oh, too easy. That's stealing. That is stealing, man. That's an extended handoff. And just threw it to him, and he's got to just go about 3 yards there to send it in. That is stealing. Nobody in the flats. Nobody there. That's too easy. Got to make some adjustment there, Coach Rocha. Now we talk about Nate Lamb, and the offensive coordinator is DJ Bennett, Darren's son, of course. But the quarterback coach is a guy by the name of John Swinning. And a lot of Kingsburg folks know John and Jeff Swinning. The Swinnings played at Fresno State and then went on to play at Northern Arizona, where John Swinning and Darren Bennett were roommates. So he's getting a lot of tutelage behind these Coach Bennett and John Swinning. Now, speaking of John Swinning, his brother Jeff Swinning is here. Remember the name, Ralph. This is the youngest one. 11-year-old.
Yeah, you're giving me too many.
11-year-old
7th grader, right?
Gus Swinning. Gus Swinning. Remember that name. You thought Tyler Bray was a great quarterback in Kingsburg. Wait till you get a taste of Gus Swinning. You heard it here. That's V-Dub's early call. Remember the name, Gus Swinning. It'll be about 4 or 5 years from now at Kingsburg High School. He will be spinning it and probably be about 6'4", 6'5". He's going to look like Ben Roethlisberger, just chucking it all around.
Victor on the return out to about the 25-yard line.
In the first week I did Tyler Patrick. I told you about Nate Johnson over at Clovis. Gus Swinning has made my list.
Well, you keep scouting for us and let us know they're coming down the pipeline. And we'll keep following them.
Uh-huh. Here we go. Can you say answer, Mr. Burrell?
I'm anxious to see the first one that you talked about show up on one of our TV games.
Okay, it won't be long. Probably Nate Johnson next. Uh-oh.
Fumble. Tulare Union says it has the ball.
Yeah.
And there's the signal. Turnover to the Tribe. Just had it knocked loose. See the ball flying up in the air. And Tulare Union has great field position at the 28.
Well,
Tulare Western.
Yeah. And they do not want to get it. The way they do it, they run the ball. They're methodical. They pick up the first down. Whereas Tulare is a quick strike unit.
They credit Randy Jordan with the recovery.
He's all over the place, isn't he?
That's James working around the block by Mosqueda. Then he's thrown down at about the 10.
How did he get out of that one?
Gain of 19 yards. First and goal try.
Boy, he is quick too. I am telling you, he's just getting around the edge. He's got some whippets.
Inside the 10, it'll be first and goal in the Toyota red zone. Lamb going to run. Boy, there's nothing but green grass.
Big body,
Touchdown.
Send it in, big fella.
Nathan Lamb, a 9-yard run.
Here's another look at the Porta Subs touchdown.
Yeah. And they're just losing contain. Well, that comes right up the gut. Nobody inside. You got to wonder, where are the inside linebackers? There's nobody there. Nobody's home. I mean, the nearest defender is in Exeter.
And the extra point is through with 2 touchdowns in 1 minute for Tulare Union.
And you see how critical that fumble is, because Tulare Western is a methodical team. They want to run the ball. They're going to do the best defense by having their offense on the field, keeping it away from Tulare.
21-7 try. Packed house tonight at Bob Mathias Stadium. They've seen Tulare Union with 2 touchdowns in the span of 1 minute, sandwiched around a turnover. Taking a 21-7 lead.
Uncle Darius is the nickname they use for him.
Number 4 has a touchdown catch.
Yeah. He's tallied over 1,000 yards receiving. Thanks to Anthony Meadows filling me up with stats.
Zeke Sanchez with a short kickoff. Taken, fair caught inside the 20. Time for a Wendy's Hot and Juicy Sideline Report with Kevin Miller.
Thanks, Ralph. I am here with my main man from Wendy's, Chris Stubner. Chris, how you doing this evening?
We're doing great tonight.
Hey, this is what a rivalry game is all about, right?
This is a football game.
Yeah, now, I think a superlative that would capture it best is sawsome. Remember we touched that word 2 weeks ago. What's going on with sawsome at Wendy's?
Right now, get a single, double, triple with sawsome sauce on top. Not only that, you can also get the Sawsome Bacon Fries.
Oh, man, that sounds awesome. Thanks for the double bacon earlier today. I owe you, all right? Hey, all right, Chris. So I got my smartphone, and I love Wendy's. How can I connect the two?
Right now, we encourage everybody to go out there. You can get your Wendy's app, and on your Wendy's app, they have specials on here. You can click the offers.
Lots of specials, lots of deals. Look at that.
You can get $2 off a full-size salad, $2 off a combo, a Dave's Dave's Double for $5. Dave's Double combo for $5.
You sold me. I'm doing that one right now. Boom.
Yep. Buy one, get one free chicken right now. But get your app. There's
All right,
a lot
get
of
your
great
app.
offers.
Make that happen. My order's getting ready right now. And then the thing we love about Wendy's, great food and inexpensive. Chris, what can I get for $1?
For $1 right now, you can get fries, any size fries, small, medium, or large, $1. Also for $1, Halloween.
And we got to get our coops.
You got your coupon book. You can get 5 Frosties for $1. You get a coupon book, and 100% of that, the money goes to the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
A wonderful cause, and you had me at Frosty's. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Chris Stubner Show, courtesy of Chris Stubner. Thanks so much. And we've got free giveaways. Let's keep the conversation going at hashtag FNR Fresno. Ralph V. Dub, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. The Mustangs going with what they do best, and that's run the football, although on that play there was a loss. Caden Hernandez with the tackle in the backfield.
Chris Stubner mentioned single, double, triple. Dodgers could use that right now, right?
Yeah.
Here we go, back to football.
Caden Hernandez featured last night on the 10 o'clock news. A lot of heart. Say he's listed at 5'8", 5'9". Rolando Holmes now in the game.
Yeah, and they did the same kind of action, reverse action that they did with Fisher earlier. This time Henry Williams twisted his ankle or something where he went down hard. You can see he's moving gingerly there and wasn't able to give the lead block. That could have gone for a lot more yardage.
4th and 3.
Big down here thus far. Squib pub.
Going to be the rugby kick.
Which I love, especially on this turf.
Burrell gets it all the way down to about the 1 or 2 yard line.
Execution at its best. Okay, 2 things I like. Number 1, you make your quarterback the punter. That leaves your defense with no return, always a safe punt return. And number 2, you use rugby style on artificial turf like this. You get a clean bounce. Excellent execution.
MD Manuel Insurance wants to thank all of our servicemen and women for the freedom they earn for us each and every day. We're in good hands.
Yes, we are. Okay, if you're Tulare Western, you're going to have to mix it. You would have had to go to the chalkboard because people are vacating and allowing Lamb to scramble. They're hitting people in space. Doesn't seem like people are coming up and coverage and things like that. It looks like they're getting a push up front, but that allows Lamb to step up and complete throws.
Lamb throwing from his own end zone. Has it complete.
Much better.
Out on the perimeter.
Yeah.
James, his go-to guy for much of this night.
And these are just extended handoffs. High percentage passing.
How about Willie James getting this kind of quality playing time as a sophomore?
Future looks like Tulare's got athletes. Don't kid yourself. Both sides of the football and so on. They just keep recycling, and this guy to that guy. It started with Stallworth. I can go Edwards.
Sophomores on both sides.
Yeah. Remember Xavier Stevens and some of those others here. LaMelo Harris.
There's a Midland tractor flag on the play. Going to be a hit out of bounds.
Got him late.
Now I was looking at a guy like Mikey Fisher out there. He's a sophomore. He doesn't come off the field. He's on an offense. Defense.
Personal foul against the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down by yardage.
And he was down there covering that punt.
Does it all.
And 5.
You got Jordan and you got Fisher. The similarities are uncanny. You got Jordan and you got Fisher. Each of them have ran back like 2 punts for touchdown. Each of them average about 30 yards on a return. They play offense. They play defense. You know, like I said, this is athletes in action tonight.
Pressure. Oh, what a great pass.
Yeah.
Nice catch by Baker out across
getting up.
the 45 to about the 48.
Oh, Mark Haddon, the basketball coach, would be excited about that. Watch him go up and get it.
19 yards, first down.
Okay, there's Lamb. No sweat. Throwing it up there. Get up there, big fella. Get above that rim. Bring that thing down.
That's a bullet pass from Lamb under duress.
Yeah, that's a grown man reception right there. I see you, number 4.
You live tweet Kevin Miller at hashtag FNR Fresno on whom you think is the player of the game. Brought to you by Donald P. Dick. So 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru of Fresno. It's time to go to the ground attack. David Daly.
And Daly is the dude on defense.
Yeah, he's a linebacker.
Yeah, he's the leader. He's the leader. He's the captain of the defense. When you talk football with Tulare, they talk about you talk about the defensive side of the football. The first guy they want to meet is Double D, David Daly. He is the dude. Say that for you. David Daly's a dude.
Another Lithia Subaru of Fresno 1st and 10.
Gets to run the football.
Let him try it again. Big hole over the left side. Pushes his way down to about the 32.
Okay, so we got. Let's see the guys up front doing something here. We got Joaquin Medina, Eric Castellanos, Joseph Russo, Jonathan Vasquez, Max Brown, and Julian Espinosa, the tight end. They're pushing the pile a little. They are feeling it. Good job by the boys up front.
2nd and 2. How about let's throw it on 2nd and 2. Incomplete. James, the intended receiver. So it's 3rd and 2. Make sure you pick up a copy of the Valley Football Guide, the #1 source for local high school football, Fresno State, and the NFL. Pick up your free copy at participating Wendy's locations. Pass it to James. Has the first down. Moore breaks 2 tackles. Gets it down to about the 20. Yeah, we're not running on 3rd and short. We're just gonna do what we do.
Chuck it.
1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru of Fresno. From the 21. Oh, dropped for a loss. Strong pursuit. Again, that was Castellanos and also
Lopez.
Matt Lopez.
Yeah. And stayed flat. Making Daly have to try and bounce it outside. Pretty good defense there.
Sure tackle by the senior.
Yeah, best defensive lineman without question.
2nd and 12 after a loss of 2. Not there the first time, so Lamb goes there again.
Okay, coming off blocks and being able to tackle in space.
Lost a yard on that play.
Isaiah Gomez. Good job getting off the block and tackling in space. They're
13. All kinds of time. Gets the pass away. Knocked loose. Intercepted on reflection. Jose Valencia was at the right place at the right time.
That might be the momentum. That's just going into a lot of coverage there. Okay, probably a hold that they didn't see. That's just thrown into too much coverage. Look at that, 3 white shirts, and you're trying to stick it in there.
Well, that's also bringing the wood by the defensive player on the hit to knock that ball loose.
Spot. Excellent on the reflection. Probably the break they needed. Just probably should have had it. I don't know. I just don't like the decision throwing in the 3 guys like that. Great catch.
Boy, can you imagine the time that the NFL replay guys would spend on that?
About a week.
Trying to figure out whether that was a catch or whether it was interception.
Yeah. See, and this is what happens when you throw into coverage. You know, we used to call them hospital balls sometimes. Got to understand what's going on and what's at stake there. I thought it was a bad decision by Lamb, kind of set up his receiver there. Just too many white shirts around.
Immediately following our game, you can watch Dynasty only on the CW 59. Can't see a number, but I know the intended receiver was Darius Baker. Oh, I'm sorry. Was it James or Baker? They're both over there. James is the one who took the hit.
And his motion, he's got a...
Here's a look at the Toyota Smile Cam.
Yeah. They were getting here early. I got here about 4:45, Ralph, and they were already lined up. They couldn't wait for this game. They let us to change his hands and the town just comes alive.
What are you saying? They were scalping tickets out there?
I'm telling you.
Had a receiver out there, but there appeared to be some kind of mix-up.
You know, the mix-up is the receiver ran streak, but Burrell threw post.
2nd and 10.
I think they need to get back to what they do, run the football. For some reason, they stayed away. They're trying to get the points back. You're only down 14. And best thing to do, 3:47, plenty of time, especially with Johnson in the backfield, Pitcher in the backfield, things like that. You can get it going.
Elijah Burrell, the junior at quarterback.
There we go, little Sally action. See?
Breaks open.
Yeah.
Ike Pitcher.
Yep.
Tackled at about the 33.
There's your 2-minute offense right there. Little inside Sally, commonly known. Okay, we're going to fake. We're going to come underneath. We pulled the backside guard and backside tackle. You see 71 and 56 getting after it there. Pretty good job up front. See him working now.
Pretty good job by, again, a sophomore.
Yeah. Head up.
Pitcher again, and he's stuffed. Looked like Jordan on the stop, and that there was an exclamation point on that tackle.
2nd and 5 on the 38.
Keep doing what you're doing here.
Picked up 5. 2nd and 5. Approaching 2 minutes to go before halftime.
Right, open.
Pass is complete to Henry Williams.
Look at that.
Not going to be taken down. I'll take you out of bounds, but you're not going to tackle me.
It took half the student body to take him down. Boy, the freshman class, the senior class, the third cheerleader on the right, the cafeteria worker. Okay? The crossing guard, everybody. Look at this.
And he showed us he could juggle right in the middle of all of that.
Took half the town, the snack bar lady. Everybody had to get in on that one to take him down. I see you, Big Bang Hank.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno, 1st and 10. Burrell has another guy open.
Wide open.
Wide open.
Excellent throw. Touchdown. What a throw.
Pitcher the sophomore again.
Yeah. And what a throw. Getting his shoulder square. We're going to boot pass. Toughest thing for a right-hander, but he got parallel to the line of scrimmage, which made the toss much easier. And Fitzer can boogie. Where angles go to die, he ain't catching number 5. Get that right. What a throw by Burrell. I am impressed with him tossing the rock. He got his shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage, which makes the throw a whole lot easier on the corner out there. Right-hander rolling to your left, one of the toughest throws that you have to break down.
And it resulted in a Porta Subs touchdown. The extra point good. It's a 7-point game with 2:02 to go before halftime.
Okay, and what I'm talking about is this, him being parallel with his shoulders. Okay? Get a camera up here. Okay. All right. Got to shrink a little. But you see, as he rolled out, it's easy to get this way, but he got parallel to the line of scrimmage, which made the throw there. You see that a lot of times with the shortstop coming across and just flicking it to first base. But he was able to get a half-moon turn, get parallel with his shoulders, and then make the throw on the corner. And it was a great route by Fisher. Gave himself room and a good angle to haul in the pass there. Very impressed with this pass. See, parallel the line of scrimmage with both shoulders, and then just flicks it with the string. And wide open on the corner, and forget it. Where angles go to die. Number 5, Mikey Fisher.
So both teams have capitalized on a turnover to score a touchdown.
Marino type release, but then the guy, I think it's more like a Phillip Rivers type release. Okay, almost like a shot put let loose. Okay, I would go Phillip Rivers type release. That's what it looks like. There's Burrell. Remember, he leads the section in interceptions.
Almost had one there. Back to what's been working. James, good to see him back in the game.
E.J. Stevenson made the stop.
Gain about 9.
Gain 9, 31 on the 29.
Well, if you're Tulare, you want to get a score before the end of the half. If you are Tulare Western, bend but don't break. If you go in the half down by 7, that's something you can work with. Here they come.
Everybody's in the box. And wait a minute. It's a penalty before the snap.
Yeah, they showed their cards way too early on that one.
5-yard penalty.
Encroachment. Defense, 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So that's the Midland Tractor flag on the play. 5 yards on the walk-off.
There's Darren Bennett. Been here 23 years. Couldn't even tell you all the victories he's had. And quarterback himself at Northern Arizona. Credits Ray Reyes as one of his football mentors. Ray Reyes was at Parlier while Darren was at CVC, and he said Ray Reyes used to kick.
Oh, high snap. Lamb picks it up on a hop. Going to complete it. Mosqueda breaks one tackle. Gets ahead to the 40. Wow, that was a circus play.
Yeah, and Lamb's just so cool about everything. Never in panic mode. Never in panic mode. What's this? Okay, no problem. I'll get it on the bounce. And let me complete this.
Instead of going for the double play, he says, I'll just take the sure out.
Yeah. No sweat.
Notice Mosqueda reaching out there with the ball to get every yard he can.
Just a little improvised. Anyway, back to Darren Bennett. He talked about Ray Reyes and crediting Ray Reyes. Darren's first coaching job was at CVC. And at CVC, CVC was his 8-man football and then finally got to 11-man football, they played against Parlier, and he said Parlier used to whip his tail. Ray Reyes, head coach at Parlier, and he had to pick his brain about everything he did and how he ran a program. Of course, Ray Reyes went on and started at Edison.
Legendary.
Yeah, really built that Edison program and turned around that Edison program, Ray Reyes. And Coach Bennett wanted to make sure that give credit where credit is due, and what Ray Reyes did for that West Side community over there. But just talks about it. And then again, like I said, Ryan Rocha, and he talked about what Mark Rogers at El Diamante has done for him. So it's great to hear some of these coaches, mentors, and people that they credited with their careers. The guy Roach, boy, he was really excited about playing in this football game. Really enjoyed what happened last year, enjoyed the excitement that comes with it, and the kids knowing that we're going to be on TV. Without question, all the coaches, the first thing he wanted to talk about when I interviewed him was the TV and making it to the big time. He thinks this is big time.
Lamb nearly spun right into trouble. Now he's getting out of it. Has time, throws it to the sideline and out of bounds, stopping the clock with 52 seconds to go.
And that's what makes the Trent Tompkins and Nathan Lamb so difficult. You get the chalk, you drop the X's, you draw up the O's, we're going to do this, but then they improvise and get themselves out of things, and like I always say, they turn it into a schoolyard game, and that's where it's difficult to defend, when they just turn it into a schoolyard game.
3rd down and 4. Donovan Smith is checked in at running back. Pitch looked like it's going to be a throw. It's not.
Not on my watch.
Matt Lopez says
Nothing in life that says Matt Lopez. Turned down for what, huh? Tell me about it, big fella. Tell me about it.
Lopez and Jacob Camacho, but it was pretty much Lopez there at the start.
He sniffed it out. Yep, I like Lopez. He's my chew tobacco spit type of player. He don't take no stuff. The boys around here, I see you, Lopez.
4th and long, and guess what? Tulare Western takes a timeout. So the Mustangs have 2.
There's my guy. Give him a drink of water. Might have to run down there and do it myself. The way he's been playing. He's on fire. He needs a cool down.
Seconds before halftime, 2 timeouts for Tulare Western, just 1 for Tulare Union. You know there's got to be just some kind of kick, right?
I would assume. Keep your eyes on Fisher. He can take it to the house with the best of them.
Oh, takes a great bounce inside the 20. And it'll be dead in there. Spotted at the 18-yard line, 28 seconds to go. Let's see what the Mustangs want to do before halftime.
Hand the ball to 5 or 7. Wouldn't take a knee. Run the football. You run the football well.
Timeout. Tulare Union. That's their third final timeout of the half.
Well, I just don't understand that timeout with 1 second to go, in the quarter. They're going to think about that one.
Well, Tulare Union just took its last time out of the half. Hey, fans, you can watch tonight's football game, a replay. Just head over to YouTube, search for Friday Night Rivals on CW59. Click on the FNR logo. Tonight's game will be available early next week.
Well, Nate Lambs, he's going to break a lot of Oscar Reyes' record. Oscar Reyes, he could spin it a little. Quarterback.
Well, I think you mentioned Trent Tompkins went over 10,000 yards.
Yeah, last night.
Broke Sam Metcalf's record. Sam Metcalf from Farmersville.
The TDs.
Lamb's going to go over 10,000. And I think before Metcalf hit 10,000, and no one in the section had ever done it.
Right. Well, I mean, now
that we know of.
Yeah, they're throwing the football like we used to play Nerf on Sundays, Ralph, at Tarkey Elementary. I'm telling you, everything is chuck. And I like after this play.
Burrell, hey, he's going to throw it. Contact out there. The ball's dropped by the defender.
I think they're better off running the football.
Nearly an interception. Clock stops at 21 seconds to go.
Yeah. I mean, the defense is so far back. They're all at the outlets, You're not going to pull anyone with a bomb there, like I said.
They're the only ones at the outlets.
Yeah,
everybody else is here.
Yeah. We get a pan. If we look around, boy, it is filled to the rafters.
Yeah, we got standing room, and they're empty.
Back
bleachers.
over there, yeah. I just now noticed that.
The empty bleachers that you see are for the band, so they won't be empty for long.
Yeah, this is what I like. Do what you do best. There you go.
Johnson out to the 25.
Great half. Great half, both ways. This is going to be fun. The hard plant right here. There you go. A little bit of north and south action.
Timeout called by Tulare Western with 1 second left. So we've had that in each quarter.
They've got that play down, huh? The 1 second timeout, only by Tulare Western. Come on, guys, let's get to the half.
Well, you figure they're loading up for one deep shot.
This is tough. This is tough part of the playbook right now. Because even if there's a pass interference, it's only 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. So.
Yeah, but you get another play, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can work your way all the way down the field by doing that.
Do what you got to do. You never know what happens. The tip ball and everything like that. You never know.
So Burrell takes his place at quarterback. Makes a couple of handoffs and throws it out of bounds.
About what I thought. All right, good half, guys.
The second quarter has been sponsored by Hendricks Chevrolet. Find new roads. 21-14, Tulare Union with a lead over Tulare Western in this battle of 9-0 teams. Kevin Miller is going to be setting up with Coach Darren Bennett, who's having a conversation with the referee right now, Gordon McClaskey. Let's send it down to the field and Kevin Miller now.
Here with Coach Bennett. Coach, up by a touchdown. What's going well for you guys in the first half?
Yeah, we're throwing the ball pretty well. If we don't fumble the ball or throw a pick right there, we could have went up by another touchdown. Rivalry game, great game, 7-point game. Yeah. So, there's not a whole lot going well or it'd be 35-0. So they're doing a really good job too.
More to come in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Go get with your guys. Best of luck. Ralph, Dub, back to you.
21-14, our score at halftime. Tulare Union with the lead over Tulare Western. We'll be back with more. The Halftime Report is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity Internet delivers the fastest speeds in Fresno. Learn more at xfinity.com/XFi. Now to take us through halftime, back down at the field, and Kevin Miller.
Tonight's Scholar Athlete is brought to you by Subway, and I am here with Tulare Union's finest senior, Katie Mays. Katie, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
We're all doing well, and it's so good to see you got the hat to the back. You mean business for the tribe. All right, so let me brag on you a little bit, Katie. A Scholar Athlete, 4.6, y'all. 4.6 GPA, so all A's and a few AP courses?
Yeah, I've taken 8 AP courses and straight A's in all of those. So,
oh my goodness gracious, way higher than I ever got. And then you participate in a few sports at Tulare Union. What do you participate in?
So I run cross country, and I've done that for the past 4 years, and I also play varsity soccer.
All right. Now, do you have a favorite sport?
I'd have to say soccer is my favorite.
All right, and that's coming up soon. I know that. And you have volunteered quite a bit. You've been on a few mission trips to Mexico. How many?
I've been on 11 mission trips to Mexico.
All right, well, with a 4.6 GPA and 8 AP courses, that would make sense. And what's the biggest thing you've learned from your mission trips?
The biggest thing I've probably learned is that despite the language barrier, because I'm not that great at Spanish, that I can still build relationships and make connections with the connections I can have.
Yeah, and it's all about building relationships and making that difference in communities around the globe. So, Katie, you're a senior. What are some plans for next year?
Ooh, next year, so I'm wanting to major in biomedical engineering, and I'm applying to 11 schools, but my top 3 are Cal Poly, Azusa Pacific, and Cal Baptist.
Wow, and a possible career in?
Either physical therapy or engineering. I'm not too sure yet.
Wow, okay, so if we're keeping track, 4.6, she's an athlete, 8 AP courses, and biomedical engineering. Scholar Athlete extraordinaire. So, Katie, you go in the running. You're eligible for a $5,000 scholarship, courtesy of Subway, and that would come in handy next year, yeah?
Yes, for sure.
All right, and go Tribe tonight, yes?
Go Tribe.
All right, so this is for you. Congratulations, Katie Mays, our Scholar Athlete, and we will be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. Spotlight. sponsored by Chevron, finding better ways to keep Fresno County doing. And I'm here with our illustrious principals from Tulare Western. We have Kevin Covert. Kevin, how you doing this evening?
Doing great, man. Great game.
And thanks for having us back. And, of course, Dr. Michelle Nunley. How are you, Michelle?
Doing great, thanks.
And always bedazzled. Always blinged out, and we appreciate that. So, Kevin, Covert Ops here, all right? Why is the Bell game so special to both schools?
Well, I mean, look at tonight. Look at all the people that are here. It brings the best out in our town. You have people that have played in this game for forever, and now their kids and grandkids are playing in this game, and it's just a fun time. It's a fun time for the kids, for the band, for the cheerleaders. It's just a great event.
Yeah, and we look forward to this. We earmarked this on our calendar to get out here for this rivalry game. Hey, what's trending now on the Tulare Western campus?
Well, we have a lot of great things going on. Our girls tennis team just won their first ever league title in the history of our school, and 2 playoff games already, so that's awesome. Our volleyball team just won a playoff game the other night. Our band is playing great. Did well last week. That's their band.
Yeah, and
they're well too.
Yeah, they're good, right?
Band did well at the band review last weekend, and then a couple weeks ago, we fed 750 kids at lunchtime for making honor roll. So a lot of good things going on at T-Dub.
You bet. Well-rounded, Western style. Kevin, thanks so much for joining us. Here. You bet. And then Dr. Nunley, we had something really special happen prior to the kickoff of this game.
We did. It was a special treat tonight. We were able to recognize 4 of our former football players who are playing professionally, either currently or have, with retiring of their jerseys tonight.
What an honor. What an honor indeed. And what's trending now on the Tulare Union campus?
Tons going on, just like Kevin said. All of our athletic teams are plugging away, getting ready to transition into our winter sports, doing lots with our character education program. Just got some national recognition we were super excited about. Testing scores came in great, like we were excited, and things are just going well with the tribe.
Always. And we just want to say on behalf of Friday Night Rivals, we're very thankful to be here and be a part of the Bell game. And we will be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. You're so Your Xfinity Halftime Report continues with our favorite spot, the Les Schwab Tire Managers. We're here with Greg Dixon of Hanford. How you doing, Greg?
Doing great. How you doing?
Hey, we got to check it out because they've already started, dude. It's our favorite part. Tulare Western, I think, has a big lead. Which, Greg, I know they're going to go all the way to the end zone. I think. They're overachievers. Tulare Union needs a balance in rotation, courtesy of Les Schwab. I think they're going to Visalia at this point. This is awesome. And if the trend is going to be established here, usually the team that's behind then wins the tire roll. But Greg, you can tell everybody loves Friday Night Rivals. What does it mean to Les Schwab to be a part of Friday Night Rivals?
Well, we've been doing this for quite some time with this Friday Night Rivals, and it really means a lot for us to be able to thank our communities, as far as our customers and everything, they're supporting us, and this is a way where we can show support for the schools, for the students here, and it's great. It's a great feeling. You can feel the energy out here, and so it's awesome. It's great to be a part of it.
It's what it's all about, and you mentioned gratitude. You mentioned being part of the community, and you've got something very special going on with the toy drive that's about to kick off. Can you share with us a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, we're doing our toy drive. It starts November 1st, and we're going it's something we can give back to the Central Valley here for the kids who are in need. And it's something that, you're more welcome to come into any Les Schwab location throughout the Central Valley. Donate a toy, donate some money, and we can go out and purchase the toys for you if you don't have time to go out and purchase them yourself. So something that we just love, we enjoy. It's a great feeling for us, and it's just something we can give back again, give back to those who are in need.
Indeed, indeed. And that's what we love about Les Schwab, giving back to the community. Get to your Les Schwab, donate those toys, or bring in some funds, and they'll purchase them for you. Greg Dixon of Hanford, we appreciate your time and all of your contributions. And, of course, we'll be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this.
Tonight's third quarter sponsored by Fashion Furniture across from River Park. There's nothing like it in all of California. Now we go down to the field. Kevin Miller.
Here with Coach Rocha. Coach, you got a lot of energy going the Mustangs' way. What's the plan in the second half?
Hey, don't turn the ball over. Finish drives and win this game by putting balls in the end zone.
He's ready to go. Coach, get with your guys. Best of luck. Ralph, V-Dub, it's on. Second half. Bell game. Back to you.
Thanks, Kevin. Sounds good. 2 quarters of football left to determine which team will be 10-0.
Yep. The number 1 seed in Division II at stake. Special thank you to. Was this a close one?
Well, let's take a look. It's tonight's cheer challenge sponsored by Les Schwab Tires.
I mean, instant replay. These girls are rolling. You see me rolling. It came down to the end right there at the 50. I don't know who they gave it to.
Photo finish.
I thought it was Tulare Western won it.
I think I think you might be right. Mm-hmm. We need a video review. A challenge. Throw out the challenge flag.
Yeah. That was one of the closest ones in our history.
They took it from end zone to end zone and beyond. Tulare Western's going to get the football to start this second half. Down by 7.
Deanna Hatton and Mike Powell, athletic directors here, Tulare Western respectively. Thanks for all their work and each principal helping out and everybody just being a part of this. Like I said, I've already commended each coach for their help, and it's just been a blast. And then being able to talk to the assistant coaches, Marty Martin, now the assistant head coach for Tulare.
Yeah, how good of a deal is that?
Yeah, working out well for the defense. And Sean Knox gives me all my Tulare Western scoop and everything like that. It's just been great. All the people that feed us with information and all the administration working to make this such a great night for football.
You know, they always tell us that they love to have us, and I don't think they realize how much we love to be had. We love being here and doing these games.
He's here every Friday, Ralph Wood, and tip your waitresses. Here we go, second half. Let's see if Tulare Western can silence of the lamb, Ralph.
Oh.
Come on, I thought about that one for a while.
The gauntlet has been thrown down, huh?
Silence of the lamb, perhaps, on defense.
Well, you're not going to pull the wool over my eyes.
Oh, boy, this is fun. Student bodies, both sides, have yet to sit down. And Ralph, this game's just so special. And I talked about Coach Bennett, and he says sometimes the players come back, they get so heated, there's some explicities going out when they're trying to motivate the team and things like that. But I can just recall back to the Clovis West, Clovis High game, which is similar to this type of atmosphere. And this before there was Buchanan and Clovis North and all that other stuff like that. It was Clovis West, Clovis High, and it had this type of environment.
You can live tweet Kevin Miller at hashtag FNR Fresno on whom you think is the player of the game. It's brought to you by Donald P. Dick.
So you get the ball to start, and here we go. You get Fisher on the end around, steady diet of Taryn Johnson, and zone read by Burrell, with little play action, and you're back in business. We're back in business, boys. We're back in business.
Deep kick is going to sail just barely into the end zone for a touchback. Very close. Any part of that ball hitting the goal line. Johnson will start it in the second half. Has a first down and more out across the 30, close to the 35.
And we talked about him being a north and south runner. Once he gets going.
14 yards.
And a little stretch action there. Tejeda and the rest of the guys getting it done up front. Flores, Portillo. Was it Ornelas, Sanchez, Salazar pushing the pile?
Not so much that time.
And Xavier Duran made the stop. Gain of 2.
Gain 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
36.
To the near side and stretched out, and great tackle on Johnson. Again, that's Jordan.
Boy,
he's been very active tonight.
Is he something? Now we're talking about a guy with the ability to step in and play right now at Fresno State, because you'll see that type of Johnson speed at the next level, and he just seek and destroy it. Excellent closings there by Randy Jones. He's a closer.
Jordan matched that speed.
Yeah. I like his game. R.J.J. Randy Jordan Jr. He said Dad was an outstanding player here, had like 14 interceptions one year for Darren Bennett.
There's a Midland Tractor flag on the play.
Illegal substitution on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 12 players on the field prior to the snap.
Nothing else to say. He explained it pretty thorough, didn't he?
Again, our referee, Gordon McClaskey. The umpire is Jody Jones. Head linesman, Cody Williams. Line judge is Charles Burrell. The back judge is Wade Van Hooser.
Doesn't that seem odd, having a back judge named Burrell? And we've got 2 Burrells playing for Tulare Western. Huh?
Come on, what are you trying to do here?
I'm just saying. It's the name game. Everybody's Burrell tonight.
Just saying.
Ralph Burrell, Vince Burrell, referees Burrell. Everybody's a Burrell. Catch made by Henry Williams Burrell.
Pass complete to Henry Williams. Xavier Haley made the stop.
Be well short of a first down. 4th and about 10.
A lot of talk on Xavier Haley, another young prospect. Started last year, and they figure he's going to have a great future here at Tulare Union.
Dominic Hernandez will punt it away. Randy Jordan is deep.
Is there anything Jordan cannot do?
He's going to take it on a couple of hops. Spins out of one defender, making something out of nothing out across the 40. Close to the 45. Great return by Jordan. And you just answered your own question. Maybe no, there's nothing he can't do.
He is.
Timeout on the field. Tulare Union with a 7-point lead over Tulare Western. We'll be back to Bob Mathias Stadium after this. Welcome back to Bob Mathias Stadium in Tulare. Tribe set to take over here at the 44. Leading by 7. Just as the train horn blows, they were looking for the express down the far sideline, incomplete.
Diaz, real good coverage on that one. So look at him trying to stretch the field a little. Now here comes the dink and dunk. And then they'll try the deep one again. When they used to say dink and dunk and then show them the funk.
You know, I'm reminded there are no train tracks around here. I don't know what's wrong.
They're trying to show them the funk on that one. They've done a lot of the dink and dunk.
Certainly aired it out.
Yeah.
James in motion. Donovan Smith, the ball carrier, breaks a couple of tackles. There's that train. Across midfield, down inside the 45. That'll be a 1st and 10.
The D train.
1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru of Fresno.
Coming.
Watch the power here.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Runs out of that tackle.
Line.
Breaks a couple more before he's taken down.
Castellanos pulled around on that one. Sure get this number right. Joseph Russo, too. Castellanos and Russo.
Pass intended for Baker.
Yeah.
A little too tall, incomplete.
A little too tall, and it was almost as though Baker ran a hook and Lamb through a corner. So they're out of sync on that one. He tried to hook up, and Lamb threw it as though he was running a corner towards the sidelines.
Well, you know, these guys do have biology classes and science and math and all that stuff they have to worry about, too. Try telling that to the coach.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got him.
Midland Tractor flag on the play.
Got him. Hold your water. Defensive line coach is saying, hold your water.
Okay, I'm not sure I want to know what that really means.
Football term was stay on side. Wait till it's snapped.
Smith, again, pushing the pile forward.
Rugged, too. You talk about Henry Williams on one side. Just so many similarities between each side of the game. You can see why each team is 9-0. You can see why they've beaten up on their opponents here. Now, there's a hold that they missed. I think that was Castellanos. Too much arm action around there. But I'd rather them let them play and be calling everything, but that one a little obvious.
The run results in a Lithia Subaru Fresno 1st down.
Nathan Lamb, 16, 2, pitch and catch for guy Jordan. Pretty good football there.
Pushed back, they'll give him forward progress to about the 27, I believe.
And those of you who follow us each week, you understand how important it is to tackle in space. Clovis West did a horrible job last week of trying to lasso the central receivers. It was a simple toss like this from Tompkins, and they were able to scoot out and do whatever they want because Clovis West looked like they were flying out of 2-story buildings. They didn't break down and tackle. That was pretty good sound defense there by Tulare. Not only did they break down, almost like a point guard in basketball does when you're guarding him, but it was good team defense also.
Smith breaks a tackle.
He's not bad.
He doesn't go down on the first hit.
He's not bad at all. And the talk was Daly's going to run the ball. Smith ran for like 600 yards. You know, the thing is with Tulare, what I like about Tulare, what I like about Central, they understand who their dude is. And their dude is Lamb, and everything's going to go through him. And Central's dude is Tompkins, and everything's going to go through them. Buchanan still hasn't figured out who their dude is. And some of these other schools, they're trying to chop the ball up in 8 different ways. At least these guys understand their dude. But Donovan Smith is not a bad option when you want to run the football.
Quick pass over the middle to the hash marks intended for Mosqueda is incomplete.
This is just good football. You know, the other guy on the other side of the sidelines is trying to win too. These guys are getting after it. Way to compete. Doing well for the town of Tulare tonight. Nothing has come easy. And our guy last year, and I still need to apologize for last year with Kaz Allen. I talked over you so much time. I was so excited. I still need to apologize for last year's broadcast.
Lamb. Baker. Down to about the 6.
Butcher Baker, first down maker. Not bad. And look at that. That's like Julio Jones size. You know? Wait till he gets some meat and potatoes in him. Because the toughness part is right there. Good coverage, good throw, clean hit, and he holds on to the football. Everything you want in a receiver. And only good things are going to happen. Watch this kid and the way he grows.
First and goal from the 7 in the Toyota red zone.
By the time he's done, he's going to be 6'4", 225. You're going to go, what happened to you?
Donovan Smith, I see an opening. Touchdown.
Plan B is not bad for Tulare. I'll tell you that. This kid is growing on me. I see you, 31. Send it in, big fella. Too easy. And a lot of it is, just shoved them down. They've been on the field too long. They got to get some stops going. They are just on the field a little too long. Tulare doing what they want to.
Zeke Sanchez has the extra point up and through. And Tulare Union extends its lead with 6:28 to go in the third quarter. Tribe 28, Mustangs 14. And a lot of the yardage on that drive was on Smith.
Gosh, another sophomore. Cupboard is not bare here. I'm not sure the backup quarterback is, but there'll be some guys to work with. James is a sophomore.
Let's send it downstairs to Kevin Miller.
All right, well, Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by the U.S. Army, and we have, of course, Sergeant Dixon, Sergeant Miles, and Captain Rate. Captain Rate, what's about to go down?
So what we got ourselves is a good old-fashioned push-up competition between Tulare Western and Tulare Union, going with the rivalry game tonight. So the winner, in addition to the cool Army swag that Sergeant Dixon's got with him, is also going to be in a chance to win 2 tickets to the 49ers versus the Giants.
All right, Monday Night Football. Tickets are on the line. Will it be Richard or will it be Ricardo? All right, guys, let's get down. I'm going to join you because I want those tickets too. All right, Captain Ray, get us going, baby. Get us going. Count it off. We got to start. I'm starting. Boom. I'm getting it going. Ready? Come on. I'm starting. I'm ahead. I'm getting those tickets. Hey, you guys watch the game. We're going to be here all night long. Let's keep the conversation going at hashtag FNR Fresno. Richard, I am like 20 ahead of you, dog. Ricardo, you got to catch up, man. This is an old timer right here. I'm going one leg. Oh, wait, I'm coming up. Turn the camera off. It's cramping here. Come on, Ricardo. Come on, Richard, baby. Come on, your dude, man. Show your dude. Come on, Ricardo.
Nice fingertip catch by Johnson. Out to the 35. That'll be good for a 1st and 10. Sponsored by Lithia Subaru of Fresno.
Difference thus far in the game is Tulare is able to come up with key stops, and Tulare Western has not been able to.
Johnson. Out across the 40. Gained about 8 yards. Will be 2nd and 2. Be sure to pick up a copy of the Valley Football Guide, the #1 source for local high school football, Fresno State, and the NFL. Pick up your free copy today at participating Wendy's locations.
Great balance.
Johnson slipped, regained his balance, and added about 5 yards.
Yeah, methodical. This is TW at its best. T-Dub.
Another Subaru of Fresno. 1st and 10 from the 49.
Got to get points. Imperative here. This is 4-down territory.
Elijah Burrell going to keep it.
Oh, I like it. Good
has
call.
some room, has some blocking. Moves some defenders as he powers his way down near the 41. That's going to be another 1st down.
Just a simple quarterback counter. Okay, and you're going to have Henry Williams, almost like a quarterback power here. Now, backside counter, bringing the tackle around, and then they're leading through with the fullback, Henry Williams. Oh, I like it. The simplicity, but the effectiveness.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno, 1st and 10. As the drive continues to roll on. Now to the 41. And a timeout called.
Who called
this
time?
This will be called by Tulare Union.
Timeout.
Timeout, Tulare Union.
Tulare Union. That's their first charge timeout of the half.
With 4:08 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Send it back down to Kevin Miller.
Chevron's Fuel Your School program is back in Fresno County. Throughout the month of October, you can help support public school teachers simply by filling up your tank. For every 8-gallon or more purchase at a participating Chevron or Texaco station, Chevron will donate $1 up to $200,000 to help fund eligible classroom project requests on DonorsChoose.org. Don't forget, fill up, help a school, tell a friend. Please visit fuelyourschool.com for more information. Ralph V. Dub, back to you.
Great information, Kevin. Thank you very much. Marty Martin, the defensive coordinator, had some advice for his unit here as the defense tries to hold. But the march continues. That pass was complete to Isidro Salazar, the tight end. He's a junior, 6'5" or 6 foot, 250.
Boy, like I said, I'm going to leave today, and I am impressed with Burrell. Only a junior, too. He's done some good things, I'll tell you what. Down in Laurels here, Tulare Western, some of the kids that have played through here. Tracy Jenkins, Utah. Mario Hampton, University of Arizona. Sean Knox, Utah. Tyrone Watley.
Utah's a sore subject right now to a USC guy.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Tyrone Watley coaching here in the 80s. Lavelle Thomas played with him at Fresno State. Alfred Jackson went on and played in San Diego. A little NFL action. A lot of great names coming through this program. And Tulare, I can go forever. About Daryl Martin. Him playing here, and Daryl Martin went on, played with him at Fresno State, was a receiver, moved him over to DP, and did wonders back there. D. Martin.
Burrell pressured, gets the pass away, and here comes the flag, a Midland tractor flag on the play.
They've got him on roller skates.
Going to be pass interference against Tulare Union.
Pass interference against the defense. We're half the distance to the goal, resulting in a first down by yardage.
So the penalty moves the Mustangs into the Toyota red zone.
Yeah. Dominic Dorsey. Zach Dials that they talked about earlier. Bryce Harris, Virgil Green. Some great names associated with it. Can't forget my guy Dan Baradat. Straight ahead.
Johnson. Gain about 5.
I mentioned Dan Baradat because he's the one that introduced me to Bob Mathias. Got to meet him at a Fresno State tailgate, so I'm always thankful for Dan Baradat being in my life there. Introduced me to the great Bob Mathias way back when at a Fresno State tailgate. Straight ahead. He get in? I think so.
Now he's pushed inside the 5.
And they are
maybe to the
gassing
5.
on defense. Boys up front are moving them.
Yeah, you mentioned Bob Mathias, and it was my great pleasure to know him, talk to him, and boy, what a life.
Didn't live too far from here.
You can see basically the tree from his yard from the press box here.
Wow.
He's that close, his childhood home. Give it to Johnson.
Oh, great.
Not going to get there.
Yeah.
Coming up quickly on defense, Xavier Haley.
Yeah, there's a youngster they're talking about there.
Another sophomore.
And that looked like Randy Jordan is. So there's a highest form of compliment right there. This kid plays like Randy Jordan. Only a sophomore.
4th down from the 5. It's not 4th and goal. They can get a first down at the 1.
Well, this is something that you'd use that said, don't open till Tulare. Whatever you're going to do here, this is something special.
Fans here get on their feet at the snap. Burrell looking in the end zone, has a receiver out of bounds. Incomplete. They're going to say he was out of bounds.
Get a look.
Jackson Phillips was the receiver.
There.
Going to be tough to tell from this angle.
Can't tell from that angle. Let's see.
Oh, we're blocked out. Oh man, that is close.
That is so close. we gotta find another angle if we have one. That was really close. I mean, we're talking about the Nike stripe on his shoe being out of bounds.
Now, did he control the ball? I was so busy looking at the foot.
He only had one foot. Now, was that foot? Did that foot have white? Now, one thing I'm going to say, that referee was right on top of it.
Yep.
So let's go with that. That referee was right on top of it. Couldn't be at a better angle.
So now Tulare Union trying to get off of its own goal line.
And don't look at that play. Look at the 3 before that, where you couldn't get anything going.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going to bank on that play. Stay after him, defense, or else.
Second and 11. Lamb from his end zone. The receiver didn't turn around in time. The pass was not delivered in his vicinity anyway. Incomplete. 3rd down.
On this one, they flopped it to, they're blitzing and playing man. Okay? They're not going to sit back in zone. They're getting after it. Still can't tell.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Still can't tell. Yeah, we just don't have the angle. It was that close. But like I said, I'm going to go on the side of the referee who was right in position. And usually bad calls come from a referee being out of position. That referee was in a great position to make the call.
Third down. James. Going to be stacked up well short of the first down marker.
They can get it back. Wasted a little time, but they can get it back.
Fourth down and 5. As time runs out in the third quarter. And the third quarter has been sponsored by Fashion Furniture across from River Park. There's nothing like it in all of California. We'll be back with the fourth after this. Tonight's fourth quarter sponsored by Ed Dina's Auto Center, the dealer in Dinuba that does. Tulare Union will begin the fourth quarter by punting the football away. Mikey Fitcher standing back at about the 36. He's been pretty good on punt returns, kick returns
averages
tonight.
About 30 yards per punt return this year.
Well, he's dropping back. Here comes the punt. Fitcher at the 48. Has room on the right side. Guess he didn't see it.
How did he get out of that?
Still, here comes a flag from about 30 yards. A Midland Tractor flag on the play, and that was an impressive flag toss by the official. Right on the money, about 30 yards away.
Helmet to helmet. Contact on the defenseless player against the Mustang.
Personal foul, blindside block on the return team. 15 yards, first down.
And this happened in our Clovis versus Central game. And it's the defenseless player rule.
It's a blindside block, basically.
Yeah, you've got to be able to see it. There's no more hit of the week where you can just annihilate someone that's not looking. They've got to see you coming, and you've got to lead with your hands. That hurts as far as field position goes. That is a big thing.
Burrell keeps it to midfield. The pile is still going. There's 5 yards beyond midfield. They're going to spot it dead at the 45.
Had 22 players gathered around.
Burrell got
That's
8.
too funny. 22 players all gathered around like somebody had a bikini magazine.
Okay. All right. I can't top that one.
Okay. Here we go.
Burrell going to throw. Has the man out there.
What a play.
Mark Smith, the intended receiver.
Now, how about this youngster? I'll tell you what. Tulare Union is going nowhere fast. They got some young kids that can play. This is a game saver right there. I see you, number 7.
Xavier Haley.
Yeah. 5'10", 160. Remember that name right there. Because in 2 years,
one of those sophomores, Johnson.
Look for him being the next Randy Jordan out of here. Excellent play by Jordan. Nice to cover.
Oh, just like that, it's 4th down. 4th and about 3. To play coming in from the sideline.
Defense is only going to worry about safe punt.
We're going to run out of time. We're getting the count right now. Get the snap. Just got the snap away.
They went for it.
Fingertip catch by Fitcher.
Are they going to get it? Oh my!
Down close to the 30. That is.
Maybe they just assumed they were going to, soccer style the punt, rugby kick it. They're going for it. This is money. Great catch and great finish. Oh. Well,
stopped at the 34. Big play on 4th down.
I can almost, depending on who Tulare's quarterback is and how effective he is next year, I can almost see this game again, 9-0 next year. Here comes Sally.
To the 25.
The inside reverse. Counter action, you want to call it here. You're going to pull backside guard tackle, leads up, coming the other way. Randy Blankenship in the wing team office made it famous around.
Quickly back to live action. We missed a play, but he ran for another 1st down. They didn't huddle. They got right back up on the ball and snapped it. So it's 1st and 10. Here's a look at the view from the Smile Cam, sponsored by Toyota.
Is it Smile Cam or Wild Cam? Those girls are excited.
Burrell looking to throw, looking, has a receiver. Incomplete off the hands of Johnson, the intended.
Yeah, and you talk about cool as the other side of the pivot. That is Burrell. I'm talking about a real Don Juan when you see one, because he was so smooth on that one. Just waited and waited and waited for the receiver to clear.
Stood in there in the face of the rush.
Yeah, and he knew. He could just sniff the defense right behind him. Stepped up, waited, showed patience. Just so much poise. Look at this. He feels it. No panic. And just waited for clear, threw it right on the money. Oh, Johnson's going to want that. He's going to have that.
2nd and 10.
Elijah Burrell can spin it a little. And he's not an athlete back there. He's a quarterback. For sure.
Tulare Western's on something to adjust, so the Mustangs take a timeout.
Not an athlete playing quarterback. Quarterback gets a good athlete.
We'll step aside as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, a reminder that following
8 minutes, 34 seconds left in the bell game. Tulare Union with a 28-14 lead over Tulare Western. Mustangs are threatening. This is Johnson. Inside the 20, down to about the 18.
It looks like they're setting something up with the double pass there. Keep your eye on that. How they swung it to him real quick that way. I don't know that they have it in their repertoire, but a double pass would be money, especially the way people kind of come up on Johnson.
Third down and 7 from the 19. They're just inside the Toyota red zone.
People moving at once.
And a flag on the play as Johnson was blasted by David Daly.
Yeah, and Rocha wants a helmet-to-helmet with that one. There's no doubt there was a legal shift. Two people moving at once. But on the finish, you see Rocha come into our screen, and he's got a right there. He wants a helmet-to-helmet on that one. If we can get a replay, we might be able to take a look.
Illegal shift against the offense. Penalty will be declined. Fourth down.
See if you've got a beat. Okay, two people moving. You see that. There. That's helmet to helmet. That's everything that they're trying to avoid right there, and they didn't call that one. They called one on a punt return the other way around. So Rocha's got a beef on that one. They missed that one, and that was wide open. Not only the flank official, but everybody should have saw that one.
And now it's 4th and long. Burrell looking, throws it toward the end zone. It's going to be intercepted. Nothing there but black shirts to return it. And Haley, again.
The up-and-coming Jordan.
Comes up with the interception, but the ball was really thrown right to him.
Just squeezed the field. Good defense. You see Daly out in front. Just too tough. Too many people around. That's you talk about throwing in the coverage. That's throwing into a small village. Too many black shirts.
The return out to the 12-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru of Fresno, as Haley gets congratulations over on the bench. Oh, and he's got one of those props that so many of the schools now hand out when you
turnover chain.
And there it is with the big U.
The turnover chain. Gotta love it.
Lamb's not finished.
What they do best.
Throwing into triple coverage, incomplete.
I don't know. You're up 14.
Baker nearly came up with that football.
He did. I don't know. I would go Donovan Smith time a little here. And maybe they'll catch themselves. They're coming after him. I'm surprised that's not picked off. I would go a little Donovan Smith action here. .point lead, 7 seconds left, and you've run the ball effectively too. There we go.
Daly out across the 15. Whistles will stop play. Immediately following the game, you can watch
timeout.
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Tulare Western. That's our second charge timeout of the half.
And Tulare Western takes a timeout. Time for another hot and juicy sideline report sponsored by Wendy's. And for that, we go to Kevin Miller.
I am here with the Tulare Western Mustang! Hey, what's good about being a Mustang? School spirit! School spirit! What's good about being a Mustang? The atmosphere! They're all in! Let's go, Mustang! T-Dub, you know! T-Dub, you know! T-Dub, you know! B-Dub, back to you!
All right, and what do you say to that? Thank you, Kevin Miller. 6:53 to go. 3rd down and 5. And look at that crowd.
I tried to tell everyone. Big down if you're TW.
Well, quarterback pulled out of there a little early. No flag. This is James. He's outnumbered. Going to be dropped short of the 1st down.
They're trying to say Darius Baker flinched.
Well, the quarterback kind of pulled out like he was expecting the snap. So it'll be a 4th down and about 5. This should be another punt. Mikey Fisher back at about the 40.
He kicked that left-footed.
Gonna have to go get that. He's left-footed kicker, and that may have gone off of him to Tulare Union. Let's see what the ruling is.
Well, you're not allowed to advance a buff punt, and guess who did it? Our dude. You can recover it, but you can't advance it in high school.
Right there where they mark it. That's going to be at the 40, between the 48 and 49 yard line.
On the return, the ball was touched by the receiving team and then subsequently secured by the home team, Tulare Union. 1st down.
Right there, he tried to catch it.
Yeah, and that is a deal breaker right there. And another big play by Randy Jordan. I smell player of the game. Sniff, 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 sniff.
All right, Lamb and the Tribe take over at the 48 of the Mustangs. Leading by 2 touchdowns and still throwing. James makes a nice move, makes another nice move. Made the first 2 guys miss. Got it up to the 38.
Yeah, but they can 42 yard. Ralph, he's still throwing, but they do that in their sleep. Mm-hmm. That's just an extended handoff. Okay, they can do this in their sleep. Parallel to the quarterback here and just get him in space and make them make the solo tackle in space. Sounds simple, but it's been very effective for Tulare Union.
6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4. Be sure to pick up a copy of the Valley Football Guide, the #1 source for local high school football, Fresno State, and the NFL. Pick up your free copy tonight at participating Wendy's locations. And tell them Vince sent you. Timeout called by Tulare Union.
I've got to find out if Lorenzo Haley is Xavier Haley's dad. I remember Xavier or Lorenzo Haley back in the day. Tulare Union, back with the Ryan Benjamin era. Yeah.
Well, we have time to take a look at the drive of the game, sponsored by Fresno Buick. And here it is. Pass to James.
Pass Willie James.
Lamb then showing he can run.
Smooth. He's a lover, not a fighter. I like the way he slides.
This is Mosqueda on the other side.
Just what a throw.
And let's finish it off with the pass to Baker for the touchdown.
Darius Baker, the touchdown maker.
And the drive of the game is sponsored by Fresno Buick.
Yeah, gotta find some things out here. I guess I didn't do my research that thorough. Because I can remember Derek Burrell that played here, graduated and went on and played at Boise State. Assuming he's got to be related to the Burrell twins out there also.
James, the ball carrier, picks up 1st down, sponsored by Lithia Subaru Fresno. Approaching 5.5 minutes to play. Ball's at the 38 of Tulare Western. Mustangs will love a turnover.
And now they're going clock. Okay, so we've decided we're going to do the semis and the finals. We're going to give you 2 weeks off. We'll come back. We'll have the semis and the finals, and we're going to pick best available game. You can probably count on, barring if it's not in Bakersfield, the Division I finals. We'll try to get that on, but we're also going to do the semifinals. So we're excited about it.
There is no penalty on the play.
No penalty marker.
Could be a little round with all the turkey and stuff.
Tulare Union was called prior to the foul.
Couldn't ask for anything better. So our next 2 games, we're going to give you a little break here to get out and go see your teams play as the playoffs come on. But our next 2 games will be the semis and the finals. The finals is the day after Thanksgiving, and more than likely it will be the Division I finals. Okay? On the semis, we'll pick best available. It could be a Memorial team. We could go back to Dinuba. We're not sure. We could be here.
But our telecast will be off the next 2 weeks.
Right. But we're coming back strong.
3 weeks from now.
Yeah, so be
have
patient.
a semifinal game.
Yeah. And be patient, and if you need to see me on TV, just call me and I'll send you a picture of myself smiling or something like that.
There are plenty of those floating around there. Yeah.
To hold you over. But we're excited. We're going to have the semis and the finals, and we will choose best available to be determined. You can almost bank on the Division I final, especially if they're held here in town. Hint, hint. Central, Buchanan.
Tulare Union is out of timeouts now. The Tribe be content to run out a lot of time. Under 5 minutes to go, 4:45.
Confirmation, Derek Burrell. That is the father of the 2 twins out here. Great player himself in his own right back in the day here. Went on and played at Boise State. Before Boise State was in vogue, he was out there balling it out.
Willie James down the sideline. Close to the 20. Cervantes on the tackle at the 22. So it's another 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru of Fresno.
Yeah, just got a text. Lorenzo Haley, that's his, Xavier Haley's dad. Okay, the Burrell twins, we've confirmed that. And then everybody knows that Darius Baker is Amori Edwards' nephew. So just recycling here in Tulare. It's good to see, too. Great names in the past and great names in the present. And guess what? There'll be some great names in the future.
Stay tuned at the conclusion of tonight's game for the post-game wrap-up, sponsored by Chevron. Also will include the presentation of the Donald P. Dick Player of the Game. Loss of 1 on the first down play, 2nd and 11. Time running out on the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Approaching 3 minutes to go.
Not being able to get that touchdown in. And I heard him.
Daly with a head of steam inside the 10, down to about the 8.
CW just out of gas this time around. And remember, for those of you who don't know, Tulare Western has decided to move up to Division II.
Gain of 15 yards. 1st and goal, Tribe on the 8.
So we could have a rematch for the Division II finals here in about a month.
1st and goal deep in the Toyota red zone from the 8-yard line, nearing 2.5 minutes to go.
Another good football player, David Daly.
Daly off the left side. Looks like he was stopped short of the 5.
Well, I'll tell you what, When these games get going and we get talking about players and things like that, my cell phone just turns into a thesaurus, a high school thesaurus. I mean, Bob Barnett would be so proud of me, all this knowledge I'm getting from all these folks paying attention to our games.
Well, they know you'll get the word out.
You got that right.
Smith back in. And he's powering his way into the end zone.
I'll tell you,
touchdown.
I love it. Hey, I got a new nickname for Donovan Smith, and it is Plan B. Okay? You guys see him on campus, say, "What's up, Plan B?" And he is not a Plan B. Everything goes through Lamb. I understand that, but this is a pretty good Plan B.
Here's another look at the Port Subs touchdown.
Big number 31. 5'8", 210.
And no quit. That motor's running.
Yeah. Finishes forward. Plan B gets it done. Donovan Smith, send it in, big fella. I see you, baby Bettis. I see you.
Smith was his second consecutive touchdown run.
That's it. Let's get that nickname circling around campus. What's up, Plan B? Did a pretty good job running the football with him.
Burned up 5 minutes. Tulare Western with just one timeout. Couldn't do much, and now it's 35-14.
Yeah, and that shows you where Tulare is. They can throw the football, and that's what separates the Centrals of the world, the Tulares of the world. Guys that can run the football when they have to, guys that can throw the football when they have to. So many teams nowadays seem so one-dimensional, they can't do both. Well, I look back at Merced, I look back at Central, looking back at these guys here. They're able to do both, and that's what separates them from Valley titles compared to others.
This has been a fun game, especially when you know there was so much at stake. Both teams 9-0 coming in. The East Yosemite League Championship on the line. First round bye in the playoffs. And barring a miracle, that's all going to go to Tulare Union.
Jim Critchlow and his commissioners will be sitting down going at it tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of people will be in front of computers, tweets, and all the fun starts. Playoffs? Playoffs? Yes, playoffs.
Season flies by, doesn't it?
Weren't we just at Sanger?
For game one, for our game one, yeah.
Weren't we just at
That was 8 games ago. Burrell slings it. Johnson
four-seam death.
Drops
fastball.
Incomplete.
And Johnson's dropped a couple tonight. Work on those hands. And I'll tell you one thing, regardless of the score and what's going on, I've been very, very impressed with Burrell. Elijah Burrell, the quarterback. He's shown me something. Had some great throws tonight.
Got some zip on
he
football
does.
he had there, that's for sure.
And I'll tell you what, if he gets himself in a lot of 7-on-7 tournaments this summer and throwing the football and works with his technique and fundamentals, gets himself a good QB coach, I think he'd be okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of these sophomores come back next year and they're juniors or the following year as seniors. There's a deep ball. Incomplete, intended for
things like that.
Smith.
They just don't throw it enough. You know, and that's what happens when you're blowing people out. Remember, their schedule is loaded with Division 4, Division 3. Their league is just not tough. The biggest game comes down to this.
Just heard Harry Karjinian announce Mount Whitney winning the Cowhide game.
That's our guy.
And a sack.
Adam Valencia, the Pioneers getting it done. That's a pretty good football team. We might, if there's a semifinal game that pits Memorial versus Mount Whitney, that would be fun. All those playmakers on each side of the field.
There's Bear Nunley, number 6, who got in there for the quarterback sack. 30 seconds to go.
And his brother Blaze, who was injured on a dirt bike accident. I hope he's doing okay. I said, Nunley spends most of his time in the principal's office, not because he's a bad kid, but mom is principal.
We didn't have that excuse, did we?
I didn't. I used to drive my mom fits.
Pitcher ran it out of bounds on a 4th down play. Or this will be the 4th down play with 5 seconds left. 4th and 10. And they're starting to celebrate over on the other side.
Haley. I remember his brother Brian Haley, too.
And they kick it away as time runs out.
There it is. Well, the bell stays, huh?
Tulare Union 35. Tulare Western 14. So the Tribe finished 10-0. The league championship. And the first loss of the season for Tulare Western. Boy, that one stretch there where Tulare Union got 2 touchdowns in 1 minute.
And then
touchdown, turnover, touchdown. Tonight's 4th quarter has been sponsored by Ed Dina's Auto Center. You got to go to Ed's. Welcome back. It's time for the post-game show sponsored by Chevron. And for that, we send it back down to the field. Kevin Miller.
I am here with the tribe of Tulare Union. Hey, just a quick question. Has anybody rung the bell lately? Anybody at all? We'll be ringing that bell in just a little bit, right? Yeah, because the bell stays home. Well, congratulations, Tulare Union. And, of course, we've got a Mr. Cool player of the game because his game is as cool as ice. On the defensive end with 5 tackles, number 24, Randy Jordan Jr. Randy took care of business just like the tribe tonight. Hey, can you put into words how it feels to win this bell game?
Great. We fought through it. We were prepared for this.
Right on.
We were ready.
And what does this team have to focus on leading into the playoffs?
Playoffs, just spying through.
A family, one tribe, one dream. And of course, I know the bell means a lot to y'all, but this trophy means something to us, and we want to bestow it on the champions of our last regular season rivalry game, the Les Schwab Channel 59 victors to the tribe of TU. There you go. All right, and we will be back with more Chevron postgame right after this. Where's that bell? Where's the bell? Let's ring that bell, man. Let's go. Yeah. Thanks for watching the post-game wrap-up, sponsored by Chevron. Mr. Cool.
Finding better ways to keep Fresno County doing.
Yeah. And And they've been doing all season long, undefeated. TU Tribe will be back in 2 weeks, y'all. It's playoff time. Coming at you, Central Valley. Let's make some noise. The Tribe. Yeah, B-Dub, Ralph. We'll be back. We'll be back. We might see you again.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Yeah, we'll be back November 16th.
Yeah.
The semifinal round.
Finals to be determined.
Division
Best
champion
available
tonight.
game.
Yeah, we crowned a division champion tonight. Tulare Union, impressive. Have all the parts. Pretty good quarterback.
They're ready to go back to back.
Touchdown passes tonight. Touchdown run. Nate Lamb I think he needed 209 yards passing to go over 10,000 in his career.
Got that in the first half, didn't he?
That's a rarity. 10,000 yards passing in a high school career, but now we have at least 3, maybe 4 who've hit that mark. So we had a good time in Tulare. A great meeting between 2 9-0 teams. Only one team emerged undefeated, and it was Tulare Union. Willie James, popular receiver for Nate Lamb.
And only a sophomore.
We saw a lot of talented sophomores in this game on both sides. Got a feeling they'll be fighting this bell battle for the bell game for many, many years to come in tight matchups. 35-14 was the final score tonight. Tulare Union gets to 10-0. Tulare Western drops to 9-1. I want to thank you all for watching tonight. For Vince Wesson, Kevin Miller, our entire crew here. Good night from Tulare. We'll see you the 16th of November.